Hello and welcome inside the ballpark here at Doak Field here in Thermopolis, Wyoming, adjacent to Mark Witt Field. A lot of baseball going on today with Little League off to our right with the purple versus gold game between the two Thermop Little League teams. But here is the main focus: the Hot Springs County adult softball season, getting set to kick off here. The 2025 softball season, just moments away from getting underway. And today's opening game is going to be between Flame City 307 and 7 Lazy S. 7 Lazy S did not exist as a team, although I do believe they brought on a lot of their players from the Schaefer construction team. So, with that being said, you can technically consider this a rematch of that third semifinal matchup. Flame City, remember how they ended their season, came in as the second seed in the rec softball standings. Flame City lost that semifinal game to Schaefer Construction 14-9 to send their season packing. And of course, coming up after this, we also got the defending champions, Wyoming Gas, as they get set to take on Wyoming Whiskey. By the way, we have a couple of Wyoming Whiskey players that are over there watching the Little League game. They actually have uniforms for Wyoming Whiskey. Not the color scheme that I expected, though. They're wearing like a Chicago Cubs blue with the Wyoming Whiskey logo across the chest. You'll see that when we get set for that game. But Flame City and 7 Lazy S getting set to come to you here from the newly renamed Doak Field here in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball League here on Two Basins Sports Network. We'll be right back for first pitch here in just a sec as Flame City will get set to, as 7 Lazy S will get set to bat coming up after this quick break. Well, we'd like to welcome you back here inside the Doak field here in Thermopolis, Wyoming. And the ball field just got renamed this past season, and not a better man for the naming rights here. Of course, Doak umpired here at the softball at this softball field for a pretty long time. I remember back in 2021 when we called the championship game, when the rec district invited us out here to call that game in 21, that he was behind home plate for that. Doak. Also, when I was coaching football and basketball, always a really good referee. And he got state recognition, 40 years plus of refereeing service. Not a better man to name the field after. So first season of the new name, and Flame City trying to bounce back. Technically a rematch of that semifinal game. 7 Lazy S kind of has that same roster that Schaefer Construction had last season, with a couple of exceptions. But Flame City, a lot of that same roster still stuck around from last year. Key Elder, of course, you got Andrew. Brian Parker also going to be on the roster here for this one. Joe Martinez coming back as pitcher for Flame City. So he's actually donning a brand new softball mask this season. So really excited to get this season back underway. We've been waiting since the better part of March for the season to start up again. And with that, Joe Martinez will get ready to deliver his first pitch, and Mary will be up to bat to start here. I believe also a pitcher. So pitcher on pitcher to start this game. But Mary, your leadoff hitter for this game. Just moments away as I think that's... And we are finally underway. The 2025 Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball season is underway. And that one is into the dirt. 1-0 count here. Delivers it, swung on and fouled back toward the chain link, and can't quite get there in time as Justine tries to chase it down. 1-1 count here off of the foul ball. So Mary stays alive, tried to get a good piece of contact. Martinez delivering his third pitch of the afternoon, swung on and missed, strike 2. 1-2 count here. And delivers it again. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And first batter up, and Martinez able to record the strikeout. So one gone here in the top of the first here for 7 Lazy S. And now stepping in, I believe this is Max. Yeah, we were told that they made a couple of lineup changes before the game. Speaking of lineup, that's what we were waiting on before this game started, was the lineups. We were waiting on Flame City to submit their lineups to both the scorekeeper and to us. So Martinez delivers. That one's into the dirt right in front of him. Ball 1. Martinez delivers. And 2-0 count here, as that one was a little bit outside. Delivers the pitch, swung on. This one hit on the ground towards second, and a diving attempt, and that one will get its way into the outfield. Max rounds first and goes to second. It'll be a stand-up double. Really don't even think you can score that as an error, because it was just a diving attempt. He tried to extend himself there, try and make the play. That was Andrew trying to play over there at that shortstop position, but just unfortunately, arms not quite, didn't have the wingspan for that. So one gone, but one on, and now stepping up to the plate for the third. I think this is Taja, I believe. And a little too low there for Martinez, ball 1. Be very interesting to see what he takes with this at-bat. 2-0 count. That one probably a little too low, I think, this time. Go from one extreme to the other here. Martinez was a solid pitcher last season, and that one is popped up toward the left field side. Andrew tries to get underneath it, gets a glove and snags it, and we got one tagged up for second slide again. He is way safe. The throw was not in time. Parker was trying to go for the tag, but a sacrifice there as they will send Max over to third base. Now stepping in looks to be Tyler. Swung on, that one's hit cleanly, and that's a base hit. And that will bring one run home here for Flame City. And might even bring in a stand-up double. No, he's going to go for the triple. And he'll get in safely at third. A 2-out triple to start this game for I'm sorry about saying Flame City. I meant to say 7 Lazy S. But one man on third here with 2 gone. This has been kind of a disastrous top of the first so far on the fielding side of things. Strike one. That's the first thrown strike of the ball game. First one not fouled off or swung at. Delivers the pitch. Swung on and missed strike 2. Martinez struck out the first batter that he faced. Let's see if they can do some damage control here and record a second K. Probably need to zoom out our camera. Swung on and missed strike 3. And that will send us to the middle of the first here. And we'll be right back from Joe Doak Field in just a sec, as it is currently 7 Lazy S currently in the driver's seat, as they currently lead this one 1-0. We'll be back from Joe Doak Field here in Thermopolis. Love talking you back here inside of Joe Doak Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball on 2 Basin Sports Network, brought to you by Hot Springs County Rec District and the support of our fans here on YouTube. Bottom of the first inning, Mary stepping in, starting pitcher. Saw a lot of her as starting pitcher last season, and now it's kind of blanking on me. I think it was for Schaefer Construction. She was pitching for last season. So great to see her on the mound. She's a really good pitcher. She was up there with Joe Martinez last season for pitching. And now stepping in, Darren Elder, transplanted out of Texas, swung on and fouled back. High school math teacher and former assistant coach for the Thermopolis Bobcats football program. Swung on, and this one is going to go right on through the glove. He's going to get to first. He'll round first and go to second. And he'll get in there standing up and wanted to go for third there. You could definitely see it in his eyes, but unfortunately forced to just take the double. So a base hit by Darren Elder to start this game. And a pretty similar lineup to last season, as now stepping in is Key Elder, 8th grade English teacher. Also, no, I don't think she coaches. I think she coaches, but I don't know what sport. All I know, 8th grade English teacher. Let's see. Swung on, and this one's popped up towards center. Both Elders will get base hits here in this ball game. And here comes Darren, rounding third. He'll get to home, and that'll be the first score of the game for Flame City. And with that, Key Elder is just going to opt to go to first, and a RBI single for Key Elder. And the husband and wife duo will get the first run of the game. And now stepping in, Andrew. Skipped out on basketball. Let's see if he's in shape for this. A solid batter. Could probably use a little bit of practice with fielding. Helps out with the school district. That one swung on and hit right to the third baseman. He'll flip it over to second. That is one gone as Key Elder will get forced out, but a base hit there, as that was just kind of a what do they call that? A fielder's choice, I believe. I don't even know if that was the right way to describe it, but either way, first base still has a man on, and one gone here for Flame City. That way, really nice day for baseball. Cloud cover, yes, it rained this morning, so definitely it's a lot drier out here than I thought. The temperature currently sitting at 62 degrees and is only supposed to drop from here, so I thought I was supposed to get into the 30s tonight, so sweater weather in June, who would have guessed? Delivers the pitch. That one's popped up down the left field line. Tries to get under it, and he will get the grab, and that's two gone. So Andrew will stay at second. Two gone here in the bottom of the first inning. Tied ball game, and now here comes Brian Parker, big man himself, the director, the program director here at the Hot Springs County Rec District. Came here from Connecticut. Moved out here to Wyoming. And he has been in control of this rec program since, I believe, 22. But definitely an outdoorsy kind of guy. But that one's going to be popped up, and that's going to be brought under, and that will be an out, and that will end the inning. And so with that, we will conclude the first inning, and that was over just about as soon as it started, as only one run apiece here in this inning. We'll be back for the top of the second inning in just a sec. You are watching Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball on Two Basin Sports Network. We'll be right back from Joe Doak Field here in Thermopolis. Thanks for welcoming you back. Joe Martinez back on the mound here. We're back underway for the top of the second inning here at Joe Doak Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Hot Springs County Adult Softball on Two Basins Sports Network. First pitch of the inning about ready to be delivered. That one swung on, and that one's hit out to left and hauled in by the left fielder. So a routine fly hauled in for the first out of the inning. So out number one here. Trying to see who's stepping in now for 7 Lazy S. Also got a lot of Little League action going on right now. Purple versus Gold. It's currently 5-1 in the second inning for that one. And they just retired the side too. So definitely a lot of baseball, or a lot of bat and ball sports going on here down at the ball field complex adjacent to the Hot Springs County Fairgrounds. We do recommend you come out to both Joe Doak's Field and the Little League field here at Thermopolis for some baseball and softball action. Second batter of this inning up, and it is going to go a little bit off, ball one. That one's into the dirt here. I do believe, actually, I've completely lost. I've lost track of the lineup. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Swung on and chopped around to the second base line. Passes through Caleb, and that's going to go for a base hit. And so a 2-out. Wait, no, that's not right. I thought it was a 1-out single. So I'm just going to keep it that way until I'm standing corrected here. But next batter stepping in, I believe this is Kalen now. I might be completely wrong. Again, we kind of lost control of the lineup, so not going to know until probably not going to know until Mary comes back in. Martinez delivers left of the batter's box and also a little too short, ball one. 1-1 here. In case you're just tuning in, Flame City got its tying run off of Darren Elder in the bottom of the first, and that one's hit on the ground towards second. And I guess I stand corrected. That was the third out, so we apologize for that oversight. We'll be right back. This game going by super quick here in Thermopolis as we head to the middle of the second and bottom of the second. And that'll be coming up right after this. Flame City trying to see if they can't get the lead here. We'll be right back from Joe Doak Field in just a second. Welcome you back. Justine up to bat. This one's chopped foul along that left field line. Didn't even have enough time to adjust our camera. Caleb Oliver is set to come in now on this next at bat. Swung on. This one's popped up towards second. Gets a glove under it. You know, we have had a pretty small sample size, but the fielding quality has definitely improved over last season. Got a lot more of those routine flyouts that are getting caught compared to the errors, and of course the infield fielding probably could use a little bit of work, but the routine plays are becoming a little bit more routine, I guess, for these players. Caleb stepping in, and that one's hit, and a base hit as he'll get it on a liner to second. And Oliver going to just kind of scamper his way back to first base, and it'll be a stand-up single. And that'll be the first hit of the bottom of the second here for Flame City. And now stepping in is Bree. She's got a uniform, but she is currently all hoodied up. That's just how cold it is for some people here at the ball field. Again, like 60 some odd degrees. And it's going to be about 50 by the time we get out of here, by the time that Wyoming gas game ends. So, you know, definitely going to be a little cold. I got my 2-basin sweater in my car just in case. That one swung on and chopped on the, well, I guess you can't really even say chop, but she'll flip it over to the second for the force out. Nope, and that'll actually be safe. So it looks like Caleb Oliver got there just in time before the out. So that is going to be a base hit, and it'll get a man in scoring position. And now stepping in is Joe Martinez on the school board here for the Hot Springs County School District. Also, if memory serves me right, I believe he was also a treasurer at one point. Treasurer or secretary, well, either one. That one's flipped over to second for the force out. Martinez will get on the bag in time, so that'll be 2 gone. Caleb Oliver at third, runners in the corners. And now, it looks like now stepping in will be Emma. Definitely got some new faces on the roster this year. Always nice to see new players come out and play. City of 2,700. Definitely seeing pretty good portion of that. Swung on and lightly tapped over to the pitcher. Mary flip it over to first for the third and final out, and that will end the inning. So we'll head over to the top of the third inning here just about as quickly as we started, and we'll be right back from Joe Doak Field here in just a sec here. After 2, the score is still tied 1-1, although Caleb had a chance to bring home the run. We'll be back from Joe Doak Field here in Thermopolis here in just a second. Thanks for welcoming you back. Bottom of the third inning here as we get set to go. Or top of the, did I say bottom of the third? I don't think I did, but swung on, and that one's chopped foul onto the batter's box here. You'll have a second opportunity here. And cloud cover, definitely making it feel nice. I don't know if rain's exactly a threat, and I'm not really too worried about it. Swung on. This one is going to be hit cleanly into right center. He'll round first to go to second. He'll go in for the stand-up, and he's safe. So a leadoff double here in the bottom of the top of the third. I am so sorry. We forgot to change our inning arrow, so we are going to get that changed right now. We also got to get rid of these outs. We do this manually, so do keep that in mind. Mary back up here. It swung on and missed strike 1. Mary struck out her first time out. That one's swung on, and that's going to go in for a base hit. And that's going to get a runner to third. He'll round third. He'll dig straight for home. And just like that, for the first time since the first inning, 7 Lazy S will get on the board with a RBI single by Mary. So 1 for 2 on the day. And now stepping in, I do believe this is, I think this is Max. And that blonde hair is telling me that is Max Martinez. So we got 2 Martinez's, different families on this roster here, or on the, not on the roster, but in this game. Third batter of the inning here for Martinez. Swung on. That one is hit cleanly. Base hit. Mary will get to second, and looks like she will actually dig for third. Max Martinez going to try and go for second off of the error here. And that's going to go both runners in scoring position and no outs. And this is a dire situation now for Flame City. They got Mary at third. They got Max at second. Both runners in scoring position. And now stepping in, I do believe that this is Taja. So looks like a ball is called on that one. Ball 1. Delivers, swung on. That one hit cleanly, and another base hit here for 7 Lazy S. Mary will come home. Max rounds third. He'll come home from second. And a RBI single brings in 2 runs for 7 Lazy S. It is now 4-1. And that will clean off the bases that are in scoring position. But 4-1 here in the top of the third. Now stepping in, I believe this is Tyler. Swung on and fouled back, and that's going to go right into the Little League field. Almost took off a couple of heads there watching the Little Leaguers play. By the way, speaking of Little League, it's currently, I think they're heading into the top of the third, 5-2. Is currently the score with Team Purple, I believe, on top. Swung on. This one's hit on the ground towards second. That one's going to go by. And that'll put runners in the corners as a result here. As Tyler is able to get it going there. Actually, I have no clue who this is. Yeah, lineup's a little messed up here, so I'm sorry about that. Swung on and fouled back. It's supposed to be, we were told it was going to be Mary, then Max, and then from there on. So I don't know. Fouled back again toward the chain link. Strike 2. Oh, well, the camera's not even focused on the batter. Down to their final strike, still nobody out yet. Swung on and popped up towards center, and that one will drop in for another base hit. 5 on the board, and runners still in the corners off of the run. Just absolute magic here at Mark Witt Field. Martinez trying to see if they can't get some momentum here. That one's hit towards second. Flips it over to the bag, and it's dropped. And they still get her out. So that is still 1 gone here, but a run comes, I think a run came in to score there. So 1 man on first. Ooh, that is a chilly wind. So 1 gone here. And that one kind of bunted foul there. Some of these guys, you got to remember, not professional athletes. Some of these guys haven't played organized baseball or softball in a very long time. Swung on and missed, strike 2. So a foul and a swing. And still not going to get Flame City out of the woods here. Martinez taking his time here. So yeah, top of the third now in the Little League game, 5-4. So looks like definitely looks like Team Purple has, or not Team Purple, but Team Yellow has definitely, or no, yeah, Team Purple has definitely bounced back. By the way, swung on and missed, strike 3. So that'll be 2 gone here. So 2 out here, back-to-back outs, and now stepping in. I believe this is Stone Pebbles now. Swung on, that one's hit towards second, picks it up, and flips it over to second, not in time, and that'll be a base hit. So runner in scoring position looks to be Josh, I want to say. And now stepping in looks to be Kalen. Swung on and missed into the dirt there, strike 1. By the way, lights already turned on here at the ball field complex. Oh, fouled. Oh, that'll actually hit the catch fence there. So no danger there. Strike 2. Got some pretty good contact here, and my equipment is at risk here. Delivers, swung on. That one's hit fair, and that'll be and she'll run it over to first, and that will retire the side. Bottom of the 3rd inning coming up. Flame City now with a, sorry, we forgot to actually score that. Now with a 5-point deficit as we head now to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll be right back from inside of Joe Doak Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Your current score sits 6-1. 7 Lazy S trying to start off the season on the right foot. We'll be right back from Joe Doak Field. Like talking you back, it is sweater weather here in Thermopolis for some people. Not for me, but definitely for some people here. Bottom of the 3rd inning, first pitch about ready to be delivered. It looks like now it is Zane Oliver up to bat. Now that is going to be hit out toward the right side, a base hit. This one will go for extra bases, no doubt about it. And he's going to go for the he's going to go for the triple here, and he'll get it. So a triple to lead off this bottom half of the inning. And it is Zane Oliver down there with an amazing hit. And now stepping in, ooh, we got a first responder up to the plate now. It is Caitlin wearing an EMS paramedic shirt. Reminds me, I need to get my CPR training done. Swung on and missed strike 1. Oh, I felt a raindrop, so that's not good. Dang it, I was enjoying this game. And there's no tarp either, so. Ooh, a clean throw there for Mary, strike 2. She was an ace last year for Schaefer Construction. Looks like she has not lost any of that form. And swung on and missed strike 3. That'll be the first one gone. Zane currently sitting at 3rd. So it looks like Zane and Duder Harvey have switched places. Duder is on site cheering on Flame City, but he is not in the lineup. He is not playing at all, it looks like. That's unfortunate for him. I was actually pretty disappointed to learn that, but swung on. This is Elder. He was able to get a run his last time out. Zane will come home for the run. Flame City now a 2, and now Darren Elder with a triple. Nope, they're going to try. He's going to go for the inside the park home run. He'll slide in. And the math teacher running the numbers there, he's got an inside the park home run. First one of the season. And that's how you start strong. His second at bat, he's 2 for 2 now with 2 runs, one of them being an inside the park home run. Can't get much better of a day than that. And Elder, he's an athlete too. He's built like one. You can definitely tell. He's a really fast player. That is going to be a foul there as Elder chops it at the plate. 0-1 here, and also Andrew will be coming in later after this bat. 6-3 ball game, and Elder with a clean hit into the gap. And with the bases empty, she'll be the only one on, as we forgot to get rid of the indicator on 3rd. We apologize. That was that little yellow thing there was supposed to be Darren Elder, but he came home. Or no, that was actually supposed to be Zane. But they both came home. So, by the way, Elder with the RBI inside the park home run. So it was 2 runs that came in off that play. But here comes Andrew. Swung on, and that one's hit on the ground, and that will roll past 2 fielders and into the gap. That'll be a base hit for Andrew, and that'll put a runner in scoring position. That is Key Elder. And they're just trying everything they can here to stack up the runs here. They were down by 5 to start the inning, so they're just trying to be as patient at the play as they can, see if they can't get any runs on the board. 6-3 currently your score. Now stepping in looks to be Ann. Swung on, that one's hit on a line out into the gap. That'll be another base hit for Flame City. Key Elder gets in to load the bases, and 2 runners in scoring position, and the tying run on first. And now stepping in, Brian Parker was a home run machine last season for Flame City. Let's see if he can, if he does actually get a home run, that will put Flame City into the lead. So no pressure. A grand slam would make it a 7-6 ball game. Didn't like the pitch he was given. Looks like ball 1. Mary giving him a little bit of teasing there for not swinging. Swung on. It's going to be hit right into the gap. Key Elder will come home. Andrew is going to round third and come home himself. So 2 runs come in. It also clears. Third, I think. And with that, it is a 1-run ball game, 6-5. Off of the double RBI the 2 RBI single. That one's kind of into the dirt there. I think they called a ball. Delivers. Swung on and missed for Justine. 1-1 count here. Runner in scoring position is Ann. Ball 2. That one a little bit too up on the top shelf. Caleb Oliver on deck. And going to try to go for the force out at third, and they'll get there. Won't even try to go to first as Justine's going to get in there. So the runner will not get in safely to third. 2 gone. Still runners on base. It is not 6-7. And this is Caleb. Swung on. That one's belted. Belted back and gone. And the first home run of the game goes to Caleb. He was sinking 3s during the basketball season, and now a out of the park home run. Darren Elder scored an inside the parker earlier in this inning, so kind of had to complete it there with the out of the park there. I think that only brought in 2 runs. Oop, we scored the wrong team. We scored the wrong team. They didn't. So it should be 8-6, it looks like. So Flame City on top. First time they've had the lead today. They've tied up multiple times, but swung on and hit softly to the pitcher. She'll flip it over to first, and that will end the inning. So we'll head to the top of the 4th. And Flame City catching fire here in this third inning. And we're going to head to the top of the 4th with a brand new leader here in this game. We'll be right back from inside of Joe Doak Field in just a moment. 8-6, Flame City on top. We'd like to welcome you back here inside of Joe Doak Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball League. I need to slow down my words a little bit. And we got a new batter stepping in now for 7 Lazy S. They're going to have to try and really come back in this game. They have had the bats today, but unfortunately the fielding has let them down. Flame City definitely a better batting team than we've seen last year, even with power bats such as Brian on the team last season. They really struggled. They got a couple of new faces on the roster. Joe Martinez on the mound, and he's still got the pitcher's mask on, so we're just going to have to see. I think he's still into the game. Yep, he is still your pitcher for Flame City. So nice and cool, but not too cool day here in Thermopolis. 62 degrees and really overcast. It did rain this morning from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., so it was a little damp, but also it's supposed to rain again at some point later this evening. I think actually it was forecast for about a 15% chance of rain about 7 o'clock, which it is right now. Swung on, and this one's belted. This one back, and that will land. It'll be at least a double, but he'll try to go for the triple. And how many triples have been hit in this game by both sides? And immediately to lead off the inning, a stand-up triple for the bottom of the lineup there. And now stepping in is going to be Mary. 1 for 2, struck out in her first at-bat, got a single in her second. Let's see if she can keep the batting streak going here. Swung on, this one's hit, and that will be another base hit, so 2 for 3, and that will bring in a run as well. So Mary, officially the tying run, currently sitting at first. Max coming into the game now. I believe he got himself home his last time out. So let's see what he's got here in this 4th inning. Game's going by a lot quicker than the Little League and American Legion games go by. Swung on, and a line drive goes through the gap as Martinez has to get out of the way for it. And that'll be a single to get a runner in scoring position. Flame City still has the lead, 8-7. In case you're just tuning in, top of the 4th inning. That is not first base, OBS. I don't know why you lit up third base there. I need to just get like one of those little stream decks so I don't have to change the bases like with manually, I guess. So Martinez hesitates on the opening pitch there. That one's popped up. Catcher will get under it, won't get the catch. Strike 1. So Taja has to counter Lucky Stars for that one, as she will escape that one unscathed. 0-1 count off the foul. Delivers the pitch. Swung on, and a soft liner into the gap. And that should load the bases, and it will. Max Martinez in scoring position, as well as, shoot, who is that? Now stepping in, looks to be Tyler, if I'm to be believed here. Again, hopefully we'll have a more reliable lineup next week. Brian Parker gets underneath it. Nobody tags up. That's the first one gone. Bases still jacked here in the top of the 4th inning. Now, Flame City doing a pretty good job here, but the question is, are they going to pull a Cincinnati Reds and give up the lead here late in this game? Swung on, that one's hit on the ground toward third, flips it over to second. Key Elder will get that second out as one run will come in. The tying run comes in to score. And Martinez is now going to come in, so make that the leading run. So I guess it's 9-8. 7 Lazy S does get the lead again. And this has been a very competitive game so far. This should give you a pretty good idea of how these two teams are probably going to play for the remainder of the season. By the way, 4 teams this season, so we definitely have more competition already this year than last. So can't wait to see what Wyoming Whiskey does. I don't think we saw them at all last season. That's going to go into the gravel there, and that's going to be foul. Oh, well. If it gets past that light pole, I'm gravy. Don't forget, coming up after this, in about 25 minutes, we got Wyoming Whiskey as they take on Wyoming Gas. Two liquids that should probably, two things that should probably never mix, whiskey and gas. Last time I checked, that starts a fire. So that's going to be on the ground, hit out into the gap, a good grounder. And she's going to get greedy. She's going to try to go to third, and that was a mistake. That's going to be the third out. Oh, man, it's Tanner DeLay all over again, except DeLay was trying to steal in Grable during that, so not really a comparable thing. But we are going to bring an end to this top half. We'll be back for this bottom of the fourth inning in just a moment. You're watching Hot Springs County Rec Adult Softball on Two Basins Sports Network. And we'll be right back from Doak Field in just a sec. Bottom of the fourth inning, Flame City trying to see if they can't get that lead back that they've worked so hard to get back in that bottom of the third inning. We are back here from inside of Joe Doak Field in Thermopolis as Little League action just wrapped up to the field adjacent to us. So we got a little bit of foot traffic here, so we apologize for any of the background noise, if you can even hear it at all. Mary still on the mound here, and now pitcher versus pitcher as Joe Martinez steps in for this at bat. Swung on. That one's hit on the ground out toward third. Max Martinez picks up, flips it over to first. That's the out. So one gone as Martinez unfortunately didn't have a strong enough arm on that one. And now stepping in looks like it'll be Emma stepping back into the game. And on deck will be Zane Oliver, Caitlin in the hole. Bottom of the fourth inning, 9-8 is your score. Swung on and missed, strike one. 7 Lazy S currently leads 9-1 here on your scoreboard here. Mary delivers, and that'll be in the dirt there as Emma lets that one go. If you're interested in sponsoring our rec softball and our American Legion baseball broadcast, please get in contact with us as that one's down the middle, strike one. You have the opportunity to get your brand out to hundreds, potentially even thousands of viewers here as we cover athletics from all across Hot Springs County, no matter the age group, from middle school all the way up to rec adult leagues. As that one is strike three, so that's 2 gone as the scoreboard had a stroke for a moment. So 2 gone here as it is now 9-8, and now stepping in Zane Oliver. He came in home last time out off of I forgot if it was Darren Elder that brought him home. It might have actually been. Zane swung on and missed, strike one. So 2 gone here. So Flame City is going to have to be super careful. And we're also getting down into that mark now. We're about, I'd say, 10 minutes away from the hour mark here in this game. And keep in mind, there is a time limit on these games, just like American Legion. American Legion has a 2-hour limit. Softball here in Thermop has a 1-hour limit. And hit by pitch. So no walk, unfortunately, in this league. That is just going to be counted as a ball. So a lot of people migrating over from the Little League game here to the softball game as that one's hit square into the gap. And Zane's going to round first and go to second. And the greed pays off as he'll get in standing up safely. And that'll be a double here for Flame City, their first hit of the inning. Bottom of the fourth inning, and now here comes the first responder as Caitlin comes in to bat. Okay, let's start up the defibrillator here. Clear. Strike, and that is on. And the patient is dead. Doctor, we've lost him. That is going to be the end of that inning. We'll head to the top half of the 5th inning. We'll be right back from Joe Doak Field here in Thermopolis. We'd like to welcome you back as Flame City tries to avoid pulling a Cincinnati Reds. As late game situation, they had the lead, and now it's just like the South Park meme, and it's gone. So, but top of the 5th inning, here a fresh slate as Joe Martinez still on the mound. Good Lord. I guess these old guys have more stamina than I thought they did, as both Mary and Joe have been the only pitchers today for their respective teams. Swung on. That one's hit on line toward first, and that is the easiest out that the first baseman's going to get all day. Unfortunately, therefore, I believe that was Mandy. That is probably going to be the end of her game batting, as 0 for 2. She kind of had a soft grounder that also got picked up and flown over to first, so not a great game batting for her. Probably needs to hit the cages a little bit. Bottom of the 5th inning. Remember, 7 Lazy S currently up by 1 run. They're trying to extend the lead as much as they can. Into the dirt right in front of him, ball 1. And the cloud cover here in Thermopolis. Again, I'll say it one more time. Nice and cool here in T-Town. That one swung on, another line drive. This time almost going for Joe's kneecaps that time. That'll be a base hit for, I believe this is Stone Pebbles. So 1 on for Flame City here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Don't forget, fans, coming up after this at 7:45, we got Wyoming Whiskey taking on Wyoming Gas. 2 things that should probably never come together, but they will. Coming up at 7:45 here on Two Basins Sports Network. Martinez delivers. Swung on. This one's popped up and will not be an out. Pebbles will get into second. And so with that, a very risky hit indeed, but that will put a runner in scoring position here for 7 Lazy S. It looks like a new one stepping in now, as I actually have no idea who this is. I think, again, our lineup is a little bit unreliable. I think this is Tyler, actually. Oh, wait, no, I think I get it now. Swung on, and this one's hit way deep. That one will get back. This will definitely be extra bases. This could even be a triple. And he's going to have to force her to run home. 1 run does come in to score, and another one will too, as that will be an RBI triple. I think that is his second one of the day as well for this guy. It is going to be a big one too, as that one will, I think, put 2 runs on the board for 7 Lazy S. It is currently 11-8. I said 11 scoreboard, not 10. I should have learned from basketball. If you press the buttons too quickly, it's not going to register the score. Swung on. This one's hit out into the outfield again. That will bring the triple home to score, as Mary, with her 3rd base hit of the game. She's 3 for 4 on the game. She lined out on her she struck out on her first at-bat, but hasn't been out since then. She's had 4 at-bats today, 3 for 4. And speaking of someone who's had a great game today, just came home on his last at-bat. This is Max stepping into the bat now for his 4th attempt of the day. It is 12-8, 7 Lazy S. That one's hit on a line, trying to grab it. It'll go right on through him. And that came right on through him like Taco Bell. That'll be a runner in scoring position and a runner on first. By the way, only one out here in this bottom half. Seven Lazy S looking to go 1-0 here to start off this 2025 softball season. And like I said, a large amount of fans here watching some softball and watching some baseball at the same time. A lot of activity here at the ball field complex adjacent to the fairgrounds. This one's swung on, and this one's popped up, and Martinez will get under it for the second out. And they're going to try to go over to second. She went off a little too early. Is she in? Safe! And that was a very close call for the runner at second. I think she expected the ball to. She reasonably expected the ball to drop there. 2 gone, and almost ended the inning. It is currently 7:30 local here in Thermopolis. So that means this could be our final inning of the game here. Swung on and fouled back. And I swear, I don't know why the umpires don't wear a mask. So it looks like we got another Little League game coming up here shortly. Swung on. That one's hit out toward the dugout. So once again, fans, there are definitely a lot of you here, but if you can, please come down to Doak Field and the Little League field. Both of them are adjacent to Mark Witt Field here on the fairgrounds. A lot of baseball and a lot of softball going on today. We still got another softball game coming up after this. That one swung on and hit into the gap. This is going to bring a runner on to third. That should bring a runner home. That should actually bring 2 runs home. Max will come in. And so with that, it's going to make it a 14-8 game off of the RBI double. And the bats really lighting up here in this final gasp here in this game. And I think Flame City's chances of winning this game are pretty much done. Swung on and missed. And the crazy thing is, I don't even think they're close to the 10-run margin yet. Remember, there's also a limit of 10 runs in an inning, I do believe, in this league. So, and that ball into the dirt and also hits Justina right in the shin. She was groaning in pain there for a sec. Strike 2. I gotta tell you, I have never taken a softball to the shin, but that one's hit out into the outfield. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding third, that'll also be a run coming home to score. 15 on the board, and that will clear second. So 15-8, 7 Lazy S playing at the top of their game here so far, as that second Little League game is currently getting set to start over to the field adjacent to us. So good luck to both the purple and the gold teams over there. It's just a inter squad series. I think they got auto coming up actually after that. So I want to get out to a Little League game at some point this season, but no promises, unfortunately. Swung on. That one's lined into the gap. That'll be a base hit. Another beautiful one there. So a 2-out single to put a runner back into scoring position. 15-8, 7 Lazy S. And Martinez probably getting a little fatigued out there. He's been pitching this entire game. Swung on. That one's hit foul along the first base line up toward the 7 Lazy S dugout. Yeah, we have not had this many fans attend a softball game, not even last season. So thank you to everyone who's come out to the ball fields. That one's hit on line to first, and again, she won't even step on the back. She'll go for the tag. That's an out. And I don't know if this is game or not. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're heading to the last inning, so we'll be right back. Top of the 6th coming up. We'll be right back. It's looking back. Top of the 6th inning, and we did have some confirmation this will be the last half inning of this game. So better enjoy it while it lasts. Flame City trying one last time. Oh, that one swung on. By the way, I forgot to, I'm a bit of an idiot. It is not the top of the 6th, so I don't know where I got that from. So I apologize for that. It is the bottom half of the inning. That is my fault for losing track of the inning somehow. But that one's fouled back by Elder into the Little League game. Elder with an inside the park home run his last time out, and looks like that'll be ball 1. Swung on and fouled again. Little Leaguers aren't going to get a pitch in over there if they keep fouling. 1-2 count. Well, we put on sunscreen before the game, and now it doesn't even look like we'll even need it. So that's unfortunate, but also at the same time, that's also really fortunate because I don't like wearing sunscreen. Too much work. Elder swung on. That one's popped up. This might not be such an easy play, but that one will fall fair. He'll round first and go to second. Now he'll try for third, and he won't get the inside the park home run this time, but he does get a stand-up triple. And I got to say, this dude, definitely athletic. He is the I got to say, I think he's the fastest player out on this diamond, at least for Flame City. I know Max is pretty fast as well for 7 Lazy S. He's not even a young guy, too. He's definitely getting up there in age, but he's still very quick. And this is Key Elder in. Swung on. That one's hit into the outfield. That'll bring Elder home. And Key Elder with the RBI single. And Drew stepping up to the plate now. Big man behind this team. He's even got his flame pants on, so that's awesome. Swung on. This one's hit out toward left. Andrew will get a base hit. No questions asked there, and the bat almost hits me. And that is going to be a stand-up, or that's going to be a single to put a runner in scoring position. Flame City kind of just, they're playing a game that's like chipping away slowly. They know that if they can get the lead here in this inning, that should be it for them, and they will walk away with a win, although they need to get out of this one first. That one's popped up down left field side. That will fall. Key Elder has a chance to come home. She'll round third. Throw in comes in from left field, and Elder will come in to score. And the husband and wife duo will get points on the board here. I think that is Elder's second run of the ball game. The Elder husband and wife duo have definitely been doing extremely well today. It's just kind of the same thing as last season too, right? Because Key would complement Darren as on the hitting side of things. It was kind of like a support hitter because he'd get on base, she'd come in and finish the job. So it's just kind of how it was last season. I have no doubt that's how it's going to be this season. Now stepping in is Brian Parker, 1-0 count here for Flame City. That one was too deep there, ball 2. And Mary will pitch a complete game here from the looks of things. Swung on. That one's lined. Andrew has to get out of the way there, but Brian will get the RBI single. He'll try to go for the double. And he's not even trying. He's just slightly jogging to second base there. And the fans are loving it as well. We got a lot of Flame City fans here at Joe Doak Field. And the fans are loving it. 15-12 as 7 Lazy Ass continues to lead, but not by much. Justine in the bat. That one's popped up towards second. Can't get the glove on it. That's going to bring a run home to score, and that'll put runners in the corners. And a 2-run game here in this one. Is now stepping in as Caleb hit a home run earlier in this game. Let's see if he can do it again. Okay. Pitcher hesitates there. The umpire was checking in, but that one's swung on. That one's popped up. Has to come in from center field. That one will fall. Brian Parker comes home. It's a one-run ball game. RBI single as Justine holds up the bag at second. A one-run ball game here at Joe Doak Field to start the season, and this is a heck of a season premiere. Flame City mounting the last-second comeback here, but can they finish it off? They were in a similar situation with Schaefer Construction last season. No outs either, but that'll be a forced out at first. Will the throw get completed? No, it's a wild throw over to first. Caleb will come into third with one out off the force out at third. That will clear second. Runners in the corners. The tying run at third. Caleb Oliver trying to see if he can't come into home. And now the man that's supposed to bring him home, Joe Martinez, stepping into bat. Definitely not a bad hitter at all, so let's see what he's got. Although that being said, I do think he got out on his last at-bat. 1-0 count as he takes the pitch there. Mary delivers. Swung on, belted. This one's going up. He'll try and get up underneath it. And they will get the out, but Caleb tags up from third. And that is going to bring in the tying run, Flame City. And they're going to get they're going to try and get her out at first. She was a little off the bag, off the out. Remember, you're not allowed to tag up from first. It's only second and third that can tag. So she got caught with her pants down on that play, but she does get back safely. Also supplemented by the fact that the first baseman couldn't hold on to the ball. Kind of a similar issue we had last season as well. Kevin Simpson comes to mind. Delivers, swung on and hit softly, trying to get the throw to first. Will she get there? Out! And now I don't know what's going to happen from here because it is tied at 15. So we'll be right back. We're going to ask the umpires here, but we'll be right back on TBSN here in just a second. We'd like to welcome you back. Top of the sixth inning. We did get some clarification from the umpire. You'll never see a game end in a tie here in this league. So we're going to end up going into extras here no matter how long it takes. Top of the sixth inning. It is tied up at 15. This is what you want to see. Flame City mounted the comeback. They took their time, chipped away at 7 Lazy S. They did it once already in this game and took the lead from it. This lead has changed hands, I think, by my count 5 times today. So beautiful job by both sides, putting on a heck of a show here at Joe Doak Field for opening day. Swung on. That one's hit on the ground. Can they get there? Goes for the diving grab. Tries to throw to first, and it's not in time. But it does get to the first baseman. What a diving save there by Drew. 15 is your score. Top of the sixth. We are in extras as the bottom of the fifth inning was supposed to be our last inning. However, this is extras now. First time. Oh, that was lined. That'll be out. What a reaction by Martinez. One gone off the line drive back to the pitcher. And now he's gotten 2 triples today. Let's see what he does here at the plate. If he does get to triple here, that is going to be a very big trouble for Flame City because that will put that, because right now, I think that's Stone Pebbles, currently sits at first base. That one swung on and hit out to center. It'll drop. That will be a base hit. It'll go for extras. And he's going to have to come home. By the way, that is Max Martinez that just came in. And that is going to be 2 runs coming in. Oh, man. So a 1 out inside the park home run as they hit it deep up into the fences, and that will give 7 Lazy S the win. Can they hold on? As we head back to the top of the lineup, it is Mary stepping into bat now. Strike 1. Haven't seen a lot of called strikes today on these looking pitches, but Martinez has been behind a lot of them. That one swung on and hit the second. Drew flips it over to first for the out. That'll be 2 gone here at the bottom of the, or top of the 6th. So now stepping in, this is Dallin up to bat. So now I understand the lineup a little bit. We've been calling him Max this entire game, so we apologize for that. Swung on. That's lined up through the middle. That's going to get him up to first. And he'll round the base and go to second. This could be dangerous. Oh, he'll slide in safely. He got super lucky there. He got a little bit greedy, but it works out. I personally wouldn't have tried to go 2 there, but he got it. He made it work. And they'll brush off second as a reward there, but it's a great job there. As now stepping in is Jackie. Two gone here in the top of the 6th. Martinez delivers. Lets it go, but it's over the plate. Strike 1. 0-1 count here for Jackie. Swung on. This one's popped up. Can Martinez get under it? Yes, he will. That's 3. And now I'm wondering, I think that will probably get them to the bottom half of the inning. So we will be right back here in extras. It is the middle of the 6th inning. We'll be right back here from inside Joe Doak Field. 7 Lazy S pulls out. They pulls out to the lead again. They had 2 runs here in the inning. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th. I'd like to welcome you back. Bottom of the 6th inning here in Thermopolis, here at Joe Doak Field, home of the Hot Springs County Rec District Adult Softball League. Bottom of the 6th inning, Flame City trying to get their first win of the season, and if they do so, it'll be in dramatic fashion here in extras for the first time on a TBSN broadcast, I believe. This is Zane up to bat. He's batting lefty here, by the way. That's a bit of an odd hand compared to the rest of this league. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Everyone else just bats righty. So very unique seeing that left-handed hitter here. But by the way, we're taking care of the scoreboard graphic. Don't yell at me. Swung on. This one belted out to right. Trying to get there, and he won't get the catch. Looks like we might not have to touch the graphic out. No, we will, because he's going to third. And he's going to third. It is a stand-up triple here. Zane Oliver getting in there. Great job getting there for that triple, and that is going to put Flame City in a very good position here as Drew is coming up to bat now. Or sorry, check that. No, he's not. I apologize. That is Caitlin. Where is my brain at today? I'm not even tired. That is a little too deep there according to the ball 1. Mary still in the game. Both her and Joe have been Ironmen today. And that one's hit foul. Chopped foul there by Caitlin. Well, one patient died on her last at-bat. Strike 2. Well, time to turn on life support here. 2 strikes here in this at-bat. Swung on and missed. That's a flat line. Strike 3. Well, Doc, 2 patients have died. Time to go to the morgue here. Darren Elder stepping in now. He's gotten himself home, I believe, on all of his at-bats today. Now watch me jinx him. Swung on and lined out to second. Nope, he will get on base here. That will bring Zane home, and Elder's going to try and dig. Nope, he'll get back to first. So with that, 16 on the board now for Flame City. Key Elder stepping in, batting second in the lineup here, a support hitter here for Darren. And now on deck will be Andrew. In the hole is Ann. Key Elder has had a lot of success at the bats today. I think she's only failed to get on base once today. Wyoming Whiskey getting their lineup submitted to the Crow's Nest here. That game coming up next on Two Basin Sports Network, as that is a swing and a miss there for Key Elder. 0-1 count here. Mary delivers, swung on and missed, strike 2. So 1 gone, by the way, here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We forgot to update that outside of the scoreboard, but they're down to their last 2 outs. Flame City has got to try and get this under control here. Swung on. That was hit on the ground. Will that get? No, it won't get to the gap. Flips it over. It goes over the second baseman. Elder will get in, and so will Darren. Well, they're both Elders, but still. And the camera was, I think, just barely focused on that second base. So we apologize if we missed that. But 1 out single to get her husband in scoring position here. The English teacher and the math teacher here. And now Drew stepping in for another at-bat. He's had pretty good contact today. Let's see if that continues. Top shelf, ball 1. And now the sun's starting to peek out from behind the mountains here. It's not round top, but it's pretty close. So I think the clouds are, the sun is starting to set. It is almost 8 o'clock local here. That one swung on and hit to the outfield. And Darren Elder, he's going to dig home, and that will be the tying run in to score. And now Key Elder's digging for third. And she's safe. And that'll also get a runner into second. Runners in scoring position. The leading run at third. Key Elder, the game kind of rests on her. Darren Elder came in to tie the game. Brian Parker on deck just in case this one doesn't work out. But the girl that could bring her home right now looks to be Ann. She's gotten on base plenty of times today, including in her last at-bat. She has a lot of pressure on her shoulders here. Swung on and chopped back to the pitcher. That'll get by. Gets it over to first. It's dropped. She's safe. Elder comes in. And by our count, it should be 18-17. The Elders, both Elders came in to score. Yep, they will. 18 points on the board for Flame City. And that, I think, is that game? Game? Okay, that is the end of it. Flame City. Key Elder coming in, the walk-off hit by Ann. That is all they needed. 18-17, Flame City. Got down by over 5 runs in 2 instances of this game today. But they come back and they will win in their first game of the season. What a hell of a way to start this opening day. We will be right back from inside of Joe Doak Field as Wyoming Whiskey gets set to take on Wyoming Gas. We'll be right back from Joe Doak Field, but that's all you're here for. We thank you so much for watching. Please remember, drive home safe and do not pet the buffalo. We'll be right back for Game 2 here in just a second. Wyoming Whiskey, Wyoming Gas, here on Two Basin Sports Network.